Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we're diving into what feels like a massive leap forward in digital animation and content creation. We are breaking down the capabilities of QuickMagic AI. Basically, it's a platform that promises to take literally any video and transform it into high-quality 3D motion data. Now, if you're an animator, a game dev, or really any kind of digital creator, you already know that capturing realistic human movement, yeah, that's traditionally been one of the biggest, most frustrating bottlenecks in production. Well, today we're going to see exactly how QuickMagic is trying to completely eliminate that bottleneck for us.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. What if you could turn any video into 3D motion without a single sensor? For decades, the industry standard has meant, booking out studio time, stuffing actors into those skin-tight suits covered in ping-pong balls, and calibrating these huge arrays of wildly expensive cameras. It's a process that is just as restrictive as it is expensive. But as you'll see, that restrictive old-school paradigm is officially becoming a thing of the past.
Okay, let's dive into this and compare the two. Traditional mocap needs dedicated physical space, highly specialized wearable gear, and a seriously hefty budget. QuickMagic AI, on the other hand, is entirely sensorless. It relies simply on standard camera footage. You don't need a dedicated studio, you literally just need a web browser or their API. It completely democratizes motion capture, basically turning a smartphone in your bedroom into a fully functional mocap volume.
Now, obviously, accessibility means absolutely nothing if the output looks like a glitchy mess, right? But that's where QuickMagic's precision comes in, using what they call frame-level motion control. They aren't just taking wild guesses at movements here. They give you multi-frame rate support. They let you customize that crucial first-frame pose, whether you need a T-pose or an A-pose. And perhaps most impressively, there's intelligent built-in anti-penetration physics. Essentially, the AI actively steps in to stop arms from clipping right through torsos or legs crossing in weird, unnatural ways. It ensures the motion data you get is actually usable right out of the gate.
So how does this actually work in practice? Well, the documentation outlines a remarkably simple 3-step workflow that's optimized right for your Chrome browser. Step 1, you prepare and upload your video. And hey, as their guide politely reminds users, definitely make sure you actually have the dancer or subject's permission first. Step 2, the AI automatically detects the character in the video. And step 3, you just drag your preferred export format onto the character, generate, and download the motion. It's designed to be incredibly convenient, stripping away all those overly complex settings so you can just focus on the animation itself.
But what's really wild to me is the sheer versatility of the capture scenarios here. We aren't just talking about basic, stiff, full-body tracking. The AI handles half-body capture, intricate hand tracking, and, get this, even precise facial expression capture directly from standard video. It also handles multi-subject tracking if you've got more than one person in the frame. Plus, it's completely compatible with both static and moving cameras. So no, you aren't forced to lock your camera down on a tripod just so the AI can understand depth and movement.
Section 1. Scale with the API for enterprise integration.
Pivoting over to the developer side of things, when we start talking about professional scaling, performance is everything. For studios out there automating their pipelines, QuickMagic's API supports generating motion data at up to 120 frames per second. That is huge. It caters directly to those high-end animation and gaming production needs where ultra-smooth, high-fidelity motion is an absolute necessity.
Looking a bit closer under the hood at these enterprise capabilities, it's a really robust backend. Teams can use DirectCOS, that's Cloud Object Storage, for uploading massive files. You get automated multi-person bounding box detection just by uploading a screenshot first. For billing, they use a totally transparent CV coin ledger system. Basically, higher frame rates, like that 120 FPS we just mentioned, utilize more coins per second of video. You can even dictate custom physics optimization passes from 1 to 6 in the code, whereas 6 actually triggers up to 10 optimization passes. Plus, devs can easily toggle between the stable v1.0 animation model and their newer v2.0 beta.
Section 2. Seamless software compatibility to ensure you are pipeline ready.
Because look, capturing the data is only half the battle, right? Getting it into your software is where workflows usually break down. When you check out the export formats, you'll notice that while standard FBX, VMD, and Unity formats support everything with zero restrictions, exporting directly to Unreal or BVH formats does currently restrict facial capture. However, the good news is that all of these major formats support the really vital features, like frame rate control, in-place motion, and that crucial physics optimization we talked about earlier. So the big takeaway here is that QuickMagic acts as a universal bridge. We're talking one-click export compatibility with industry heavyweights like Blender, Maya, Unreal, and Unity.
You can just unleash your creativity in a workflow you're already familiar with. No stressing over messy file conversions, no crying over broken rigs. Just smooth collaboration across platforms.
Section 3, Real Creator Results, where we witness high efficiency in action.
Now, specs and docs are great, but to really get it, we need to see how people are actually using it. Take Gindi Creator DeFontaine, for example. As they pointed out, this tech literally turns simple videos filmed in a bedroom into full motion capture animations. No studio, no wearable sensors. They just hit record in their room, uploaded the clip, downloaded the FBX files, and dropped them directly onto Paragon characters in Unreal Engine. I mean, talk about leveling the playing field for solo developers.
And it's not just indie devs having all the fun. Professional software teams are integrating this stuff into some seriously complex pipelines. Take the team at Cascador. They used QuickMagic to generate their foundational video mocap, brought it into Cascador for retargeting and unbaking, applied their own auto-posing tools, and then finalized the whole thing with auto-physics for secondary motion. It really proves that AI mocap isn't just some flashy gimmick. It provides a genuinely solid, usable base layer for advanced professional cleanup.
Creator Charlie Driscoll kinda hit the nail on the head, saying QuickMagic AI might just be the best single-camera AI mocap solution he's seen or used. And honestly, when creators are pulling long-running animations shot on a smartphone and successfully applying them to high-fidelity metahumans in Unreal Engine 5 for cinematic scenes, you know this technology has officially arrived.
So, we've walked through the browser setup, unpacked that powerhouse enterprise API, and heard from the folks actually putting it through its paces. The barriers to high-quality 3D animation are falling fast, which leaves us with one final, pretty exciting question to think about. If all you need is a standard camera to capture the perfect motion, what will you animate next? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep creating.